Hey, everybody. The queen has entered because everything I do, they watch. Hey, Jane D. Hey, Viva. Hi, Rabbit. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Witter. Hi, oops, I lost on this like always. Hi, Stephen. Hi, Lisa Marie. I think I missed quite a few. Hi, Ice Coffee. Let me see. Fancy Feast. I said hi. Hey, Simply Blonde. Rabbit of Chaos. Hi. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but let's get started. Let me check. I'd hate to miss people. All right. Hey, Steven. I don't know if I said hi to you. Hi, Miss Ree. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Ruski. How are you? Hi, Celia. So, hey, Henry's mom. How are you? So, I'll be bringing up my two lives that I had made private. The only reason I made it private is because these women, it was a weekend. They need a break. If they would be pulling their hairs. Everybody, now I'll do it. I'll put it up today so that they won't sleep and then they can go over it from Monday through Friday. They'll have enough content for the whole week. But not that I was hiding anything. I just didn't want them playing it until Monday or Sunday night. Enjoy your weekend. My goodness. But I stand by everything I said. I'm not hiding it. I stand by absolutely everything I said. When I was doing the live, I was reading E11's chat. So I was responding and turning it around. Like when they said something about my husband, I turned it around and made it about them. And then how do you like that one, E11? You don't. Nobody liked that. Thank you. Oh, thank you. No problem. No problem. I'm not hiding it. I just wanted to let them enjoy their weekend and not stress out. But I'm not, once it's up for good now. After this live, I'll put it up again. Um, E11, or shall I say Janet Sue? Um, you don't intimidate me. And for you to say that you're still going to say Momo, I will still say Janet Sue. I could care less. It's your name. Be proud of it. I'm Maria. I love my name too. So hey, you know what the hell? You call me Momo, I call you Janet Sue. I feel so close to you now. But the funny thing is, hey, catnappers. The funny thing is that they all came into Lisa Marie's because Brooke needed support. But yet when I went into Brooke's, hey Sophie, when I went into Brooke's chat, I didn't tell anybody I was going to click that link. Not even my chat, my group chat, nothing. I clicked that link because I felt like clicking that link at that moment, and I went there solo. But Brooke needed support, and I don't mean that Brooke herself needed it. These people think that and actually Brooke was treated better in Lisa Marie's than I was treated in Brooke's because I went there to confront Brooke. I love my name too, but everyone knows me as Sophie. There you go. Um, so I just went there to talk to Brooke, and then they had the army of people coming up there. The Ogre Ann, and Amber, and whoever else. So let me get some. What kind of name is Janet Sue? Sounds like the Beverly. What is it? Remember the Beverly Hillbillies with Jethro, and I remember that they would win the lottery or something. Or they win something. I forgot what it was. No, they win oil, Texas oil or some shit like that. That's where Janet Sue comes from. Brooke was treated well. In fact, Lisa Marie was really calm with her. Unlike the people and I never looked at the chat. I saw the comments that they were writing in Brooke's chat, and I didn't say, "Whoa, my God, Block Cree." She says I'm horrible. The Beverly Hillbillies. Block Susie. She's saying Ellie Mae. That's it. She's saying horrible things about me. I didn't worry about that. The only reason I dropped is because I have nothing to say to Ann or Amber. My conversation was with Brooke. I have nothing to say to E11. They all, oh, there it is. There's my chance. Let me go click that link. I didn't come here for them. It was supposed to be us two, nobody else. But I guess Brooke can't handle a one-on-one and just brought everybody else up. And to make something clear, one of the things that Amber said, and Brooke told me today, she texted me and told me that she lied, was there's never been a picture of my husband in ICE custody. Never. That's why she said, I'm going to post it. And I said, post it. Post it. Because this is what she does for, hey, Freeside. This is what she does for shock. Because Amber thrives on hurting people. And then people will believe her. And she's like, bitch, I'm going to post it now. I'm going to post it. If that's the kind of people that you want to hang around with, Brooke, that's on you. I don't thrive on hurting people like she does. Because I'm telling you, the woman goes as low as she can go. And I'm not okay with that. That's unacceptable. It is. I knew it. And I had texted her and I said at that time, I said, Brooke, you know that's not true. There's no picture of nothing. He's never been arrested. There's nothing. And she's like, I don't know. Amber's been saying that. And then after everything was over, she said, no, she lied. Why? What's the purpose of that? Hey, Sherry Wine, how are you? What's the purpose of that? I don't get it. But this is how they thrive on that shit. And E11, if you're mad that I said that shit about your husband, it's because you said it about mine. Mentioned my husband, and I before I even said everything I said I lied. I said I'm making this up because you're talking about mine. I even said it right before, and you'll hear it because I'm putting it public because I don't have to hide anything. The only reason I hid it is because I wanted to have a good weekend, and I didn't want anybody going over it over and over and hear the same shit all weekend long. Lisa Marie going to rent a cabin and watch Golden Girls reruns. I don't blame you for drunk. I wouldn't stay in a pat. No, there's absolutely no reason for me to be up there with Ann and Amber and 11 and Vault. I have nothing to say to them. There's nothing that's ever going to fix anything. There's no solution to anything. And by the way, food for thought here. If Ann really wanted to take my channel, she could have taken it the way Star took Mims. Delete the channel. She porn bombed it because she wanted to make sure that I couldn't come back on the channel. That was her mentality. So she's not talking because Ann said, if I had to leave the channel and start a new channel, then you should have started a new channel too. She did that on purpose, thinking that I was never going to be able to come back on YouTube. Do you think that's a good person? Let's not forget Amber docs Texas girl's entire family and called her husband, but they think Maria's bad. Exactly. And the person who first doxed Zeus was George when he was writing his information, his name, his first and last name in people's chats when he was mad at him. The Miami airport just said they just got a bomb threat. Damn, who got mad at them, Annie? I know, right? And people have been so good. They've been sending all information about Anne's country, how that she can get in trouble for admitting that she did that to my channel. They're stricter than they are here. No, it was Amber. She showed his Facebook. Amber was the first one that showed whose Facebook. Oh, Amber doxed Zeus first before she posted all his private info. Oh, but no, they like Amber, so you can't say that. They like George, so you can't say that. None of it. It can only be Maria's fault. Do it. Don't do it. They evacuated the airport. Hey, Tom. Is Tom here? Why don't I see Tom? Maybe I'm not on all. Of course, I'm on top. Sorry if I missed anybody. Boy, I'm on top thing. Not on all. Let me go back and see. Sweets hurts me, but hey, sweets hurt me, but hey, friends come and go. Sweets is a friend to nobody. And then to find out that Sarah, who I cared about at the time, was the one who blocked all my members, all the subscribers. You're a piece of shit, Sarah. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you, Williams. Go away. Thank you for blocking him. Did you? I put that. Hold on. Okay, sorry, somebody decided to walk upstairs and singing Rudolph. I'm like, okay. Tom said hello at the very beginning before the live started. Maybe he left. Oh, that's why I didn't see his message because I wasn't on all comments. Didn't that one lady get ordered off the internet for internet stuff? Wasn't it that Natalie K or something like that? If so, I wonder if the same thing can happen to someone else. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I wanted to see somebody had sent me something. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. George, why are you playing me on Rumble? And Star, stop acting like PMR. I didn't threaten your kids. I said if you mention my daughter again, because you did in E11's chat, I'll be mentioning your children. That's not a threat. Leave my family out of your mouth. Um, Janet Sue, control your chat. That's what I'm telling you. If you can have people not talking about my family in your chat, then your family is going to be mentioned all the time. Every time I go live, when see, Jules played your live, and my family was mentioned in your comments. So unless you can control, because I can say right here, right now, that if anybody mentions somebody's family, I'm going to block you, and nobody's going to message, nobody's going to mention any of your family. But if you can't do that in your chat, then your family's going to be mentioned every single time. And Star, again, I'm saying, if you mention my family, I'm going to mention yours. That's not a threat. Hold on. Fuck you, William. William, go call your daughter. Go call your daughter. Do something useful for once. Those countries over there do not have the same free speech laws and have stricter consequences, I'm sure. Yeah, so George is playing my live on Rumble. George, what happened to you? That you said yesterday you wouldn't talk about me if I wouldn't talk about you. I saw that comment that you made in on Laura Marie's. So what happened with that? How long did that last? You can't go live on your own and talk about something else? Because I'm not playing anybody's live. Weren't you gonna leave? Didn't you have like a husband and children to run home to? Oh, that was all fake. Unbelievable. This guy can't even keep his word if his life depended on him. I love Cherry Garcia ice cream. Ooh, me too. Yeah, me too. That's cool. You go, chat. You go. What's good for one is good for the other. I don't care. It's not a problem with me. you you hold on a second. Let me make sure that this person hasn't gotten back to me. Just dropped in to show love. Now I'm going kicking it with my. Oh, thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming by here. So yeah, E11, since you think that I made so many threats and everything, everything's coming right back up. But I will tell you one thing: that person who put that video on Reddit, uh, saying that they're messaging or they're emailing a news thing, don't do that shit because it comes back to me. I get blamed for all that shit for no reason. It's not, I have no control over that. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't live in Texas. Karma gets everybody on their own. Don't be a don't be an Amber. Don't get your hands dirty because I would never want to do that to somebody because you unfortunately um in this community you screw somebody over and the next year you're their friend and you regret it. So don't do anything big like anything like that. Let trust me, karma hits everybody when it's time. Like Anne said on her live today that no, Anne, I didn't watch you. I saw it on Reddit. Anne said on her live today that Amber Sherrington had given her all her information to call Brooke's job. That's news to me. You see what I'm talking about behind the scenes shit that Anne was doing? But she wanted everybody to know she's a good person, so she didn't dox. She didn't call Brooke's job. But she was already getting all that information because she didn't like Brooke. So they have addressed Brooke. So have they addressed Brooke? No, they're not going to address Brooke being racist because they're okay with it as long as it's on their side. They're okay, and you can say she's not racist. She can say she's not racist, and she made a stupid comment like she always makes stupid comments when she gets pissed. But at the end of the day, stupid comments could be racist. Even if you're not racist, if you say something stupid like that, you're perceived as a racist because she said it to hurt me. She didn't say it to like I saw her live, one of her lives when Amber came up at I think it was the second one or was it the second or third? And she said, "No, Amber, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that." Well, if you're not going to do that, don't say that. Don't say it because the only reason it was said to me was because I'm Latin. That's it. They can't use that on they can't she can't go to Stephen and say, "Hey Stephen, I'm going to call ICE on your mother or on you." She can't say that because they're Americans. White people do not get to judge other white people's racism. Yep, that's right. What a hateful person. And why you worried about? I'm thick. You got a good 100 pounds on me. Are you kidding me? She called you thick? And what? That's what I say. You can't call anybody thick. Don't run around saying that because of diabetes. Because my father was diabetic and he wasn't overweight. Like, how can you call people like that when you look in the mirror? I can't call anybody fat. I can make fun of Ann, but then I can make fun of myself too. Tighten your hijab, burqa, and calling ICE just doesn't roll. I know, but I'm not. I I understand, but I'm not. I just don't want to see anybody. I don't want to see anybody go real life on anybody because it comes back. They do it to me too, and I know what it feels like when it's done to me. You know, it's even though I've already put in through work that, the times that they had come they had contacted them and I showed them the police reports and that they're harassing me, but it's still embarrassing and it's still a pain in the ass. And it's like a jealous ex-husband who thought Maria would fall apart. I know that's the thing. She wants to ruin me. She thought I would fall apart and be like, Anne, I'll unblock you. Anne, can we talk? And I have no reason to be there's absolutely no reason for me to be on a panel with Anne. There's nothing to talk about. To be going on panels talking to the people that you no longer talk to is a waste of time. Nothing good comes out of that. There's nothing that's going to be talked about. Oh my God, Lisa Marie, she's going to say, "What, are you crazy? I'm too good for Maria." In her mind, can you believe that it's come to this shit? It's horrible. It is horrible. But E11, you're like so freaking dramatic. And PMR, call the police. You're such a Karen, PMR. You are such a Karen. Now I understand what Geneva used to tell me, that how you're so over dramatic on the shit. You were driving me crazy. You had me thinking that this Geneva was in your house, looking through your windows, calling everything. A picture of inside of PMR's car posted, and she said that I never let nobody in my car. How did this happen? So Geneva flew to wherever PMR lives, jumped in her car, and took a picture of the inside. Channel, since you are going, I wouldn't be on a panel with the person claiming. I'm not. That's why I wouldn't do it because she's the one who claimed it. And honestly, um, StreamYard can find out if where it came from, and she already claimed it. That's why it was reported. But there's nothing for me to talk to her about. There's no reason to say anything. You come after you say anything about my family, Anne, and I'll talk about your girlfriend. See how that works? See how that works? And Dreamsicle, you got actually 3 hits already. Your time is up. You called my job, you emailed the company, and now you're calling fake wellness checks on me. You guys are the one harassing me. It's not the other way around. I'm not going away. I'm not going to continue even after I'm putting those videos up as soon as I'm done. Even after those lives that I did, they still talk about my family in Janet Sue's chat. E11, I didn't record you because I was out having fun today. I was out. I wasn't on my phone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Jules for her copy, and then I'm gonna see how many times they mention my family, and then I'm gonna do another live, and I'm gonna read out every comment that was there about my family, and then I'll make another story up about yours. Because if you can't read your chat because you can't see, then I can't either because my vision sucks. If you can't see your chat because you have bad vision, then close your channel down because you're responsible for your channel. You're responsible for your own channel. Being racist is one thing, but it's worse than just saying it. Yeah, especially the way the way we're all living now with ICE in every city. That's nothing to play with. You can hate me all you want, but you don't go after family. That's such an Amber thing. And then they all want to say I'm the horrible person, right? All the doxing I did on here. I'm gonna put those 2 lives off and tell me what I doxed. I doxed your name too, Janet Sue, because you couldn't control your own chat. You said I doxed children and everything. PMR says I doxed her children. Where? Um, Star, where did I threaten your children? E11, we're still waiting for you to show where I doxed your daughter. You see how they make things up? It's crazy. Brooke can't even answer your questions. I know that we're answering shit. So hold on. Let me see if she responded. No, it's okay. Cancel. Hey, you all. Hey, ambulance girl. I can't tag today, but I'm giving you a virtual hug. Thank you. I appreciate it. They need to get a real life outside of YouTube. I know E11 was saying, oh my God, she's done the worst. She's done so much. We've got to do something about it. We've got to report her. We've got to do something. E11, you can talk about me all you want. I'm going to respond. I'm not telling you not to talk about me. I'm telling you not to talk about my family. If you're on YouTube and you talk about me, I've got to accept it. But the same way I'm accepting you talking about me, I'm telling you, if you call me Momo, I call you Janet Sue. If you don't like it, then don't call me Momo. But if you want to call me Momo, I got no problem with it. I'll call you Janet Sue. Just like it's your choice to call me that, it's my choice to call you that. And you can't do a thing about it. But you can control people not talking about the family because everybody here will respect me that I say, don't mention her family or don't mention her kids or don't mention her anybody's family. If I tell them to, you just don't do that because you said, I can't control what the chat does. Then it's on you. That's your channel. That sounds like a you problem. Us channel owners are responsible for what happens on our platform. If you can't see your chat, well, then you need to have mods that will handle it for you and respect how you want your channel ran. Today, I heard that, well, I didn't hear, Jules saw it, and she'll give me that video, that Cooch was in there spelling out my husband's name with a little different name. Hold on, she was doing this. I'm gonna show you. See, E11, that's still your husband's name. You want to play little kids games, that's still your husband's name. See how that works? You want to play little stupid games, you're fucking adults. It's not hard to respect another person. And you want to have people like Cooch who are mentally stunted playing those games, or like what's her name, Amanda, doing that shit too in the chat. And Rainbow said she was going to stop. I don't know if she did or not, but we know George didn't. They need to instruct their moderators to follow the terms. So according to E11, she blocked out a few names or something, and must have blocked out that name. So Cooch comes in there and disrespects E11 by doing that. No, Cooch doesn't have a husband, so she doesn't care, and she will write down my husband like that, the name, and I'll do it on my community tab too. It goes both ways. If you get pissed off, then get pissed off at Cooch. Get pissed off at Miss Liability. Get pissed off at Rainbow when she does it. Maria's not responsible for anything I may have to file. Yep. Who's threatened every person in color is responsible for her own actions. Yeah, I agree. Mr. Big Mac to you. That's Cooch's husband, Mr. Big Mac. See, that's not cool. She knows the name is blocked and went around it. It's disrespectful to E11. They don't care. They don't care. They do it on purpose. So E11, I would say that Cooch is not a good friend to you if you want to really avoid any problems. But I'm not going anywhere. Anne did this to my channel on purpose because she thought I was going to disappear and go away. But guess what? Even unmonetized, I'm still here because I'm not going anywhere. Because the last thing you're going to do is shut my voice down. You're going to lie about people and drag people and bring family into it. Like I had to post in the community tab that Vault said the Carlos name like that. She said, I've never written his name. Literally an hour before she had written it. And she's writing that she didn't write his name. You know why? Because it flows so easily for them to attack this side and our family than it does for when it flows easily that they don't even realize it. But the thing is that it does happen. We see it in their chat all the time. And Laura Marie, you said that you had thyroid cancer, and that didn't happen to your voice, so I'm lying. Google it and find out, bitch. If you had thyroid cancer, like I did, then you shouldn't be talking about other people with cancer because people recuperate differently. And people, and like if you Google it, you'll be more knowledgeable and not as ignorant as you sound. Okay? Because fuck you forever. Don't make fun of another person whose voice isn't the same. My voice changed and it said that it can change. You're such a fucking miserable person, Lauren Marie. New Jersey in my mind, I am. What? Hold on a second. Who's sending me something? Give me a second. Oh, that's not for now. What happened with Lisa Marie? I saw her in the early 2000s. She was beautiful. Oh, she's a beautiful person. She is. But that being said, I just don't want people getting involved in that shit. Trust me, from someone, I am in New Jersey. What? Nothing but your twin has said you did, in fact, have cancer. Yes, I did. And Lauren Marie said that I did have it. But she said that because Lauren Marie said that because she had thyroid cancer and it didn't affect her voice that I'm lying about it affecting mine. So you can have everybody can have the same operation, and one person can something happen. It says it. If you Google it, you'll see it. It can change the speech, everything, and you can actually have surgery to make it better. I don't want to have any type of surgery at all anymore. But really, Laura Marie, you have other things you can talk about than that shit, especially going through cancer yourself. No problem. I couldn't believe that she wrote that. They pick at every little thing. She's lying. She's lying. She didn't lose her voice. Were you with me when I was did you live with me when I was in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s? Were you a friend, Lauren Marie? Did you know my voice before? So shut the fuck up. How can you even talk that? They want to talk about so much everything that I say or everything that I have, nobody can say any Nurse Jen, if something happened and she had to have surgery and I have the same surgery, I can't say, Nurse Jen, no, come on, your legs didn't hurt after surgery because mine didn't hurt. You're lying. What do you mean you got chest pains? No, you can't have chest pains. I didn't have chest pains. That's not a symptom. How dare you? I cannot believe she would even write that shit. Unbelievable. Of course. Of course. Unfreaking believable. It's like a million people have said that they have colonoscopies and nothing happens and they have it. Carlos has a colonoscopy and starts bleeding out and they have to take him to the hospital and have go into surgery to have it closed in again. No, but everybody says, no, that's not going to happen. That can't happen. It's everything goes fine. It's not a big deal. It happens differently to everybody. How can you even say that? Like some people will say they have a C-section and it was so easy and so fine. It did nothing. And some people will be out in bed for the 3 weeks. These women want to nitpick so much shit that everything you say they're going to nitpick about. It's unbelievable. Nobody has the same experience. Nothing the same happens to everybody. Hey Tom, how are ya? But I'm not going anywhere 11, and don't even think about talking to me the way you were talking to me in the live today, because you're not my mother, and I certainly don't have to listen to anything you say. It's that easy. I've never said you can't talk about me. You guys can talk about me all you want. Did I start up bushwasher? Nope. I certainly didn't, and I swear on my life I didn't. I can promise you 100% that I didn't start it. And I didn't know that Ballcat started it. I knew that at one point Cree said she was a moderator, and then she wanted to. She put it on Bushwatchers that she was leaving because she didn't want any problems with the people telling her shit. But nobody told me it was Ballcat that started it. Even when me and you didn't get along, I never spoke on your voice. I know you didn't, and I appreciate that. God is good. You're alive, Maria. The sound of voice. Yeah, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I even have a voice. You know, even when it was like really bad, like I could hardly talk. I mean, it was like it sounded like you had like a bad cough or cold, like it was gone. I am IP Bat from Reddit. Even when that was happening and it was low, I was still grateful because I knew I didn't have any more thyroid cancer. So I was like, okay, I can handle that. I had a hysterectomy and didn't take pain meds. I was okay after, but most people aren't like that. People are different. Yes, it's exactly, even when you go in and have a C-section done, your first C-section, you can be out for 3 weeks, and the next C-section, you can be out for a week or less. It all depends on your recovery. It all depends on your doctor. Like I said, Carlos' doctor screwed up. When they had the colonoscopy, they screwed up. So anybody says, colonoscopies are so easy. You don't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, hey, Lori, you do have something to worry about because if you pick the wrong doctor or the doctor screws up, you're back in the hospital having surgery to have it tied down or not, closed down again. My doctor was not happy with me. So and it can happen to anybody. And for Lauren Marie to make such an ignorant comment like that, like what the fuck, Lauren Marie? Every person is different. You should know that. I don't know why these people have to come up. They're going to dissect everything. And Sarah, I even let you in my chat after, not knowing that you were the one who went rogue and blocked all my. How fucking immature of you. I treated Sarah really good. And that's how she paid me back. By blocking all the members, all the people following me, the subscribers. What a piece of shit you are, Sarah. Unbelievable. I have to remember to block her in this channel from now on. There's somebody who does something like that, and then she knew I thought it was Tracy, and she didn't care. She let Tracy. She let me think it was Tracy, and let Tracy take the blame. because I couldn't imagine that it was Sarah because we were so close. So you're a double piece of shit, Sarah. A double piece of shit for that. See, and that this is what you call behind the scenes, because if you think Anne didn't know that Sarah had done this and Dreamsicle didn't know that, you're wrong. They did know. And mention my family again, to like you did today, 11, and we'll dissect the Puerto Rican community of the Garcia family. Don't mention them again. I don't know how much I have to tell you that. And trust and believe. I'm gonna proudly put my 2 lives that were done this past few days up, and you guys can dissect anything you want. Hey, lady Sophia, had mass directory almost without. Oh my God, they were offering alternatives. Now it's against using. Now if you are against using them, I'm in total shock that Sarah did that to no matter whose channel I was modding for. I didn't block nobody because I had some respect for them. Yeah, but I at the at the time, like I've added people here, but at the time I was close with Sarah when I added her as a mod. I hate to ask, can I? What's going on? Nothing. I was just going over the things that I heard in Jules' live because I had not seen E11's live or recorded it. And then Jules said she had made it members only or private or something. So I was listening it to in Jules, and I was like, "What?" And then telling Jules like she's got to control me. Control me for what? Call a wellness check because you don't like me to mention Dreamsicle? And Anne demanded, according to her post, demanded that Dreamsicle call my police. Dreamsicle, you are playing with fire. You have no idea. You have no idea. And I'm telling you now, back off because I haven't gone real life on you. Piss somebody off that will go real life on you. Back off. Stay away from people's real lives, Dreamsicle. You don't like your name mentioned, then don't mention me in chat. You're the one who's still writing in E11's chat about me. And trust and believe, when Jules gives me this live, I'm gonna write down everything you guys have said. And you guys are gonna learn either to stop talking about my family or you're gonna get your family called into it. All of them. They're like being in chat or something someone else did. I still wish. You wish me no ill will? So your way of talking of cussing me out, go post it, Sarah. You actually think the way is to get back to me is by blocking all the subscribers after I trusted you to be a moderator? Are you kidding me? And then you let Tracy get the blame for it? Did you tell Tracy it was you, or you just said, "I'm sorry, but I'm gonna let you get the blame for it because I don't want Maria to be mad at me"? I'll have to watch Jules too. We've been playing in the snow. Oh, I'm jealous. It's been a hot weekend here. It's been really hot. No excuse, Sarah. And then they were saying that that day that I went live before that day that I said I was going to work to get something that I had left. So when you blamed her. Also, you only told Tracy. You didn't go on somebody's channel and say, "Hey, Maria should know that it was me and not Tracy." You just let that. You just said it was good enough just to tell her behind the scenes and let her keep getting blamed for it. That's it. So that day I went. After that, I went to work to get some things that I needed. Yeah, it was Sarah that blocked the subs. Yep, it was. So then, when was it? That was Friday. So Saturday, late Saturday, I went in and I went to see the ring camera to see that part because I'm getting the FOIA, a part of where the cops came and that we were talking outside, that part, and I scroll back and I get it. And so I don't know why I scrolled forward, but it was the weirdest shit. I scrolled forward and about 11, I'm telling you, it was past 11. It could have been like 11:20 p.m. Uh, um, there was a little old lady at my door with a some box or package. Does even Amazon? She can't be Amazon. I don't even know who she was, but nobody heard her knocking. I only knew about it because it was on the Ring camera, and she knocked and she knocked and she knocked, and then she disappeared. And there was no car in the front. And then she's not a neighbor because we know all the neighbors. I would recognize her. But who knocks at somebody's door like about 11:15 or 11:20 at night? And I was like, damn. Guys, please wish Kay a happy birthday. Oh, Kay, happy birthday to you. I'm sorry you're going into a hateful stream here, but happy birthday. I hope you had a good one. Yes, at least I'm owning. Oh, you're owning it all these months later, right? Like Anne owned what she did to me in January 2nd. Was going to accuse any one of us. That was the. Yeah, she thought that I was going to accuse you guys and didn't take accountability for it. Cindy, she scared the hell out of me. I don't know who she was. I've never seen her. Like I have neighbors, but I know who they are. And I didn't see the full face because she was looking like straight ahead, so the camera's angled up. And I was like, first of all, I'm like, what is that little box she's got in her hand? She's got like a little box. Are you getting the dispatch call? Yes, on Monday. What do you want, my blood nurse Jen? Okay, that would be good. So I'm getting on Monday, but then we're like, there's nobody that delivers at that time. I don't think Amazon, first of all, she's too old to be driving Amazon, and or any company would deliver, would knock on somebody's door at 11:20 at night to deliver a package. She had something in her hand. It looked like a little box. It was scary as fuck. I mean, and it's not like if yes, please, Sarah. If it's not like you like I live in a big place that you can't hear the knocking. Like even if you just knock on the door and not ring the bell, you could still hear the knocking. It would freak me out. I'm telling you, Cindy, it freaked out. I've looked at the video a million times, not really a million, trying to figure out what she wanted. And it's not like she knocked once and we didn't hear it. It's like, what is that? No, she left nothing. No note, no package, nothing. And then I said, let me go look at the camera from the car point of view. There's no car. And you don't see her walking away. My Ring, I don't know if anybody has Ring, but Ring sucks. Sometimes you will see a car and then you're going to wait to see if they leave and then the car's gone. But you never saw it leave. It skips. Or sometimes you'll see somebody at the door and you never saw him walk, you'll never see him walking up. It skips like seconds and you just don't catch the whole thing. Hell, Missy, I'm gonna send it to you. It's the weirdest shit ever. I was like, what is that? And I'm telling you, there's no way in hell. Fuck you, William. Thank you. There's no way in hell that I would open the door to anybody at that time. An delivery door dasher. It was like a box. I don't know. I like a small box. It looked like. I just don't understand what the hell anybody. I wouldn't knock on anybody's door at that time of night. If Randall's knocking the door at night, I wouldn't even know what I. It floored me like when I saw it, and I'm like, "Can you look at this? Did you hear a door knock? Nothing. It was the ghost of Ann Smith." Geneva. Sorry for the innocent people. I know I don't, and then nothing. That was the only that night. So then I started scrolling back to see if this happened before, as much as you can see, because the Ring sucks. And nothing, it never happened before. It just was the same night that the police had come by. And it was after 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, that was weird as hell. And she knocked and knocked and knocked. Nobody heard anything. We didn't hear a thing, nothing. I have no idea who's cool with who anymore. Or could it be an older person with Alzheimer's wondering, just never. I know, but then and another thing, I was thinking of that too, Kay. And then I have watched so many videos that say they'll bring that they'll use somebody older to knock on the door, and then somebody's coming in to rob you. And I'm like, it's the time. It's that night, 11:30 at night or 11:20. I don't think I can open the door to even an old lady. They could have somebody behind her trying to come into the house. I don't know. I just didn't feel comfortable with it. But I mean, I didn't see her. But if I had seen her, I still wouldn't have opened the door. Not at that time. I just thought it was creepy as hell. I know, that's why nobody would knock here at that time. It never happened before. And I wouldn't have caught it if I didn't go back and see it. That miserable cow has to be missing because no one is that miserable while in a new relationship. I know. I've never seen so much hate from somebody like I see about Anne. Never seen such a hateful person. She literally spits out a venom. It's the most nastiest shit. And then her saying, and she's not even happy with her husband. She's not happy with Carlos. She and show anything. Show it. I don't care if I got one step. Prove that. Hey, guess what? I can tell you that I've never said anything bad. If maybe if I say, oh, I could be pissed off for this or that, but anything bad, anything saying that he's tired of me or I'm tired of him, you don't have. Because here's the problem, Anne. You want to make people think that it's a bad marriage, like you had a bad marriage. But because you had it doesn't mean other people do. And you used to compliment me all the time on it, remember? And now you want to switch it around because you're jealous. Because normally, like somebody had told me, she could have easily taken down your channel. She corn bombed it on purpose, thinking that I was not going to be able to come back because she's jealous. That's the only thing. She literally woke up in the morning today again and played her and did another live, which I didn't watch because I was out having fun. So you literally went live on a Sunday because you're so miserable. And you will continue to do it because you're so miserable. And you're talking about ways to report me to the police, ways to report me to YouTube for what? What am I doing that? I didn't threaten to that. I didn't go say I have $300 and I can, hey, Stacy, and I have $300 and I can go to Ohio to see not Ohio, to Chicago to see Jules. That was lack. That wasn't me. I threatened to go nobody's house. Absolutely nobody's house. I didn't threaten to go send a wellness check to Dreamsicle because she did one to me. What did I threaten? Was I reading E11's chat and responding, giving them a taste of their own medicine, except putting their names in it for instead of mine? Put their husband or theirs or make something up about them the way they were making up about mine? That's not a threat. That's giving you a taste of your own medicine. No, I don't want to go to Ohio. I would. Ugh, what a waste of time. Even anybody going there, it would be like throw everybody, throw everybody on a plane and drop them off in Ohio. All those people should go to Ohio. I have no issues with you. And yeah, I said you're all to blame if anything happens to Maria, and I'm not the only one to think that. Yeah, because you know what? Unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, it still hurts when I hear people celebrating anniversaries. March would have been 31. Oh, Cindy, I'm sorry. Yeah, that is hard. Trust me, that's hard. Hey, Virgie. My Sarah just wanted to say hi. I respect the fact that you came in to say the truth. There's more of us in the bushes than that like you. Thank you, Virgie. Ohio, I don't know what's up with Ohio. It's a scary place to be. From what I've learned from Ohio, I just wouldn't want to go there. I just wouldn't want to go there. It's just too weird. But I from what I saw on Reddit and from what some people have told me in chat, Anne sounds pretty upset today. File a police report and attach the video in case anything happens. You have the paper. Yep, the paper trail. You're right. There's something wrong with the water in Ohio. But she comes on live and she's so pissed off at the world. And Maria did this. And E11's like, what's the end? What's the end thing, Maria? Why are you going to continue? What's the end? The end is I'm here. You're there. Stay in your lane. I stay in mine. And I've never said she can't talk about me. Why she keeps saying that she can't control that I talk about me all you want, E11. Don't let your chat talk about my family. And you were on panel talking about my family. Don't do that, E11. Don't poke the bear. You can talk all it's my choice to be here. You can talk about me all you want. You want to call me Momo, I'll call you Janet Sue. I I don't have a problem with that. I did the same thing like that to when I wasn't talking to CY, so I'll do it to you. But don't talk about family because I promise you that the live that you did that I was commentating on, say you responding to the people in your chat, I have yours uploaded. And I not uploaded, I have it on my phone and I'm going to upload it tonight. And then I'm going to make sure that I screenshot every single one and then after I screenshot, I'll just make a little short and play everything so after it's highlighted so that you can see how many times my family was mentioned in your chat. And then maybe, just maybe, if you take control of your chat and tell people to stop talking about it in your chat, the people who really care about you and don't want to hurt you will say, hey, that's all that we need to do, then let's do this. Because I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop being on YouTube because Anne doesn't want to see me on YouTube. And Anne saying that what was it that she said? That I'm manic and I shouldn't be on here because I'm dangerous and all this shit. Anne, calm down. I'm not taking your girlfriend. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm not bothering you. You're the one that's doing it. It's the other way around. I want nothing to do with any of them. There's nothing to discuss. There's you saw my apology. I'm thankful she came clean and was honest. Yeah, I'm thankful she came in here and said that. Yeah, I'm just upset that she waited that time or that I trusted her with a wrench and that she did that to me. Because if we were arguing in a chat, I mean, in Messenger, she could have gone back and forth with me and not have done something like that. That's all I would do, Maria. Proof is in the pudding. That's right. But of course, I heard that they were blaming me for Reddit, for all the shit that was written there on Reddit because it was a crazy weekend. I don't control people on Reddit. I can tell you who George was or is. I don't know anybody. I can tell you who Cooch is because it's so obvious. But some people that are posting shit, I can't tell you. We can guess who it is. They tried guessing, but I can't, they say your people are posting. It's not my people. My people are my family. I don't own anybody on YouTube or Instagram or Reddit. It's not my people. Nobody tells me, hey, I'm going to go post. People post on Reddit anonymously because they want to post. They don't go around telling everybody who they are. Yeah, she's the one who deleted it with porn. She's the crazy manic one. And she said it. She goes, if I had to start in zero, then you have to start in zero. But not only did she delete it, but she could have deleted it if that was the subject that she was jealous because I had all those followers. But she also did the corn bomb so that thinking that I wasn't going to fight it or I couldn't fight it because that's the kind of shitty person that Anne is. And look, here I am, and look, I almost have the same amount of people that you have. Isn't that funny? I'm almost there. How come when you all were friends and I shout out from the rooftops that Maria is a man who can't post? But now, yeah, Still, same thing. I can go in there now and show you how it says that I'm permanently banned. But they still Maria is a Maria is a uh, powered woman, whatever they call it. They like I have so much control over all these people that I have all this power on them that they're doing all this for me. I can control everybody. We're all adults. I can't control nobody. If I were to tell Cree or Secret Life of Linda or Boomer Babe or Sassy Mom to go post something really bad for me on Reddit, do you think they're gonna be like, "Oh no, yes, I'm gonna do. You can do it, Matt. I'm gonna do it for you." They're gonna be like, "Maria, are you crazy?" Even if I don't, if I'm going there with a fake name or I'm not gonna do something like that. And what anybody who I've ever asked, post it, post it. I've never gone to Cree or Secret or anybody to post anything for me. When I was arguing with people on Reddit, my account lasted for 30 minutes max, and I would argue, and then I would come back, and it was gone, and then I would make another one, and then they're like, "No, it's not." I said my account was banned. I'm using another, and I would spend a few hours there arguing. So, and I said, "Why?" The best thing they could have done was block me from Reddit, and it's a much better. If you want to reply to anything, all you had to do is take a picture of it, screenshot it, and put it in your community tab and respond. And that way you don't even have to go back and forth with them. Or you want to correct something on Reddit. But I don't control it. I can't tell people what to post. And I can't tell people to remove a post. Hey, Leda, how are you? But yet, they want to say that because guess what, E11? The people who posted on Reddit is because they're watching everything that happened this weekend. And everybody has their own opinion. Either they like you or they don't, or they agree with me, or they agree with Brooke, or they agree with you, or they agree with Anne. So she says that they're only posting about Brooke, and they posted a picture of me. What can I do? Nothing. Nothing. So what? Am I blaming that on you guys? No, because it doesn't have, you're not, you're not using your own Reddit to post it. So I can't blame you for it. But they're saying it's all puppeteered by Maria. They're posting whatever I want them to post. When you go live, list your parameters and consequences. Just Jules has on her fair use posted like Jules does. Oh, I've got to find out how. I've got to find out how. I even have the StreamYard. I can't even play the music because my StreamYard is still paying on the other account. And I don't want to pay two StreamYards. And I'm not connecting them because I want to make sure that that one's going to be cleared after all this shit is going on. It's unbelievable. And this is who Anne is, happy that she does shit like this to other people because she's so unhappy with her life that she does that to others. This is exactly who she is. And then saying, it's not enough that she takes the account. She wants me gone for good. And that's never going to happen, no matter what. That's why she demanded, because that's what she wrote, that Dreamsicle report me to the police. Dreamsicle, I know where you live. I'm not bothering your police at all. I'm telling you, when you see the video or the audio, whatever, or the transcript when they came here, it was no more than 3 minutes. When they found out it was just some troll account from another state who doesn't even know me, calling in for bullshit. They're like, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. What a waste of time. Because Dreamsicle has so much time on her hands, right? I know, I tell you. She's got so much time on her hands that she took time calling from her wherever she lives in Pennsylvania to here. I don't give a fuck if you get pissed off that I said you live in Pennsylvania. You call Florida, girl. Next time don't call. So I guess that's why she said she called, because I doxed her where she lives. But then she mind your own business and stay in Pennsylvania and don't call Florida, because there was no reason for you to call, because I haven't threatened you with anything, with absolutely anything. And you got to have balls to call somewhere that like that when somebody hasn't done shit to you, just because your girlfriend tells you to call. When my channel was hit and all the things that Anne was saying, throwing a party that my channel is gone. I am not saying anything bad about Anne, but it blew my mind. All your lives, I went back and I looked at the lives that we had done when we weren't talking, and that shit was the screenshots posted. I didn't even know how to post a screenshot up there at the time, and the shit she was looking up on your husband, all that shit was there on that live. And I'm sitting there, of course, bashing Sophie, because I would say something about Sophie too. But I didn't have to do any homework. I didn't have to go find her husband. I didn't have to go find all that shit was already done. She would do the thumbnail. She named the title. Um, she posted out everything on there, and she knew exactly what she was going to talk about. And she'd be like, "We're going live at 5." And then she wants to say that I'm the horrible person. Thank you, Mikey. That I'm the horrible person. Because what do I do? When I can get mad at Sophie and come out here and say, "Oh, Sophie, you suck," and that's it. She had the whole shit going, just like that. She had the whole shit going for Geneva, just like she had the whole shit going now for Jules. Like she was so smart. Look and read, and then reading the letter like if she had just discovered America. She's reading it like, and then Jules, you are a CI because you wrote this, and look at that. It was her. She was doing this like she was the president of the company. Jules, see how you use? She was on like this, like she had, like the internet was gonna blow up because Anne has discovered this major thing. She's just out to hurt people. That's all she does. She's just out to hurt people. Jules wasn't investigating Anne. Jules wasn't looking up her information. Jules doesn't say, "Hey, do you have information about why her kid doesn't talk to her?" None of that shit. But Anne wants to dig, and then she wants to complain that Geneva digs. You know who can complain that Geneva digs? Somebody who doesn't dig. Somebody who doesn't dig. There was a bunch of lies about my family, and no, I will, and no ill will against you or Anne. But these people and their outrage was fine when it. Well, yeah, they were fine when it was happening. They were all there in my chat. Every single one of them that's outraged now was in my chat as it was going on. Every single one of them. And now all of a sudden, now I'm better, right? Because I no longer have her there. And many times I would say, "Hey, knock that picture down already. They're going to give us a privacy strike. We're going to get struck." And I don't give a fuck about strikes. I'm not knocking anything down. And she did knock it down. Though nobody was offering an apology. Sassy, she didn't say. I thought she did. I thought I heard that. Maybe I'm wrong. But I am sorry. I wish I didn't go into that shit with Anne. I will always regret it. I mean, she said shit about people that I would never have said. There's some things that you just don't say, even if you're not good with them. Because trust me, it is so hard to not say some of the things that unable to breaking news. Yep. Like Jules. Exactly. I'm sorry, Sophie. I really am. I will never be caught in a situation like that again where I don't feel comfortable and allow that shit to happen. I can bash Sophie, but I can bash Sophie on my own without having to dig up everything. Like she literally digged up everything she could find. Anne isn't a happy person. It's extremely obvious. Yeah, it is. Extremely obvious. And those same people were in my chat. The ones that said I did horrible things way after me moving on. Did apologize to me. Okay, but it was way after me moving on. But the same people are now that are saying that I'm a horrible person. I'm not doing the lives that I was doing with Anne. Anne was doing that. Anne was the one who did all the back seeing things, all the grabbing all the information, doing the thumbnails, posting the pictures on the on our live as it was happening. All that shit was Ann. But you're okay with that. And now that I don't have Ann here and I don't do that, now I'm a horrible person. So how does that even make sense? She just shows that she's doing, yeah. I didn't show up at Genevra's court thing. I didn't, even when I wasn't talking to Jules, I wouldn't have even thought about pulling up a 2019 letter. So if you want to complain about Geneva, look in the mirror because you're pulling up a letter from 2019. It's 2026 and it has nothing to do with YouTube. But you sat there with breaking news and you were so proud of reading that kind of shit. And the same people who said I'm a horrible person were sitting in N's chat okay with it. Or the same people, 11, everybody else, 11, um, not Sweets and Beyond, even Sarah, um, Heidi, a whole bunch of other people were sitting in George's chat as he was doxing people, literally doxing people. Like he went after people that it weren't even content creators that he imagined were doing something to him, and they're all sitting in his chat, okay with him. But then they're in E11's chat saying that the police should be called on me. Does that even make any sense? That the police should be called on me because E11 said I docked so much this weekend, so I'm going to put it back up. If I dock so much, let the people see what I docked. And trust me and believe I'm going to go. I'm uploading E11's the one that the last, not this one, the one before when I was doing it. Um, and I'm going to show you the comments that I was replying to. So before you want to make somebody like a horrible person, look in the mirror, E11. It didn't come out of my ass for no reason. I just didn't make things up. I was responding to Tracy when she was talking about me and being talking to Clint in Spanish because I was hitting on him. Well, then I turned it around and say it to you, Tracy. And then they're all mortified. Oh no, she said that to Tracy. Oh well, Tracy said that about Maria first. Or PMR, she's coming after my kids. When am I coming after your kids? Can you give me a date so I can put it on my calendar? Or what's her name? Star. She's threatening my kids. Where am I threatening your kids? Post that I'm threatening your kids. 11, post where I doxed your daughter. Because yet to this day I don't know her name, unless you are like the Latin people that say the mother's name is Maria and the daughter's name is Maria. Unless your daughter's name is Janet, like you. But that was meant for you. She's so. Why is she so invested in the other people's private lives? It's so creepy. I know. I don't get it. Why I don't understand why Anne is digging into people. Why would she want to go dig into okay, if she's going back and forth with Geneva at the time, she's going back and forth. That's her problem. Why are you digging into Jules? Because you can't handle words on YouTube? So you gotta go dig in to see? That's what happens when you go on a live. People can play your live and people can commentate on your live. But that doesn't mean you go up in their past and say, "Oh, I don't like this person. I'm going to go back and dig what I can find out in one court thing I can find out." Or look, she wrote a letter in 2019. Oh yeah, look, she fed kittens. Like what the fuck, Anne? And you want to make it sound like I'm this horrible person? That shit's not going to work because people are seeing right through you. Even Reddit, who doesn't like me, there's other, it's 3 subreddits have been posting about Anne too. Because you're so full of hate. I don't know what is wrong with you, but you are so full of hate. Like you are really out to get me. Enjoy your life and leave people alone. They learn from Dubai how to get subreddit. There's gaslight their subs. Everybody can see right through that. Big liars. I know the shit that they were saying. That the shit that they were saying. We got PMR is like we gotta make sure we document all this. You know, you gotta report her and document it. What are we documenting? Can I help you guys with something? What are we documenting? Do you need help? Because your chat was full of all that shit on my family. So what's being documented? That I responded and I just turned it around on you? It's like right now, if Viva says, "Oh, Maria was cheating on her husband for something," and then I said, "Oh, did you guys see Viva at the bar with her husband?" It's the same shit, same thing I was doing, twisting it, the same wording around. Yet, oh, she's lying on. How dare her lie on Tracy? Tracy's a good person. Tracy didn't do that. I swear Tracy didn't. Maria's lying. Maria's lying. Do you guys not have the common knowledge to know that I said I was reading the comments and I was responding? You don't like it when it's done to you, right? But Maria's a punching bag and can take that shit, right? Now I'm gonna give you back the same energy you give me all the time. You talk about me or my family, you call me a bad grandmother, you say I don't see it. Yeah, look at the freaking the how long did that go with the Ashley name? Something that Rainbow made up. They ran with it in every chat, like little kids, immature women. So then I respond and you guys get pissed. But it's okay for Rainbow to put lies about my family out there, right? And even saying she contacted some family member in California who I don't have. But it's okay because she's writing that in everybody's chat. And they let that shit happen over and over and over for months. And now when I'm responding, they're gonna get pissed off. I'm gonna be going, yeah, shame on you. And I'm so 11, get used to it because I was out today, so I missed your live. Damn it, I don't look at Ann's because I don't know how I understood her in the first place. I mean, it's just blah. And you're just a big blob, a big fat blob. No personality, mean, ugly person, nasty, nasty woman. You don't even nothing. There's nothing. You're just miserable. And E11, and but Anne, if I hear you talking about my family, I'll make sure to talk about your girlfriend because she's your family now, right? So be careful what you talk about, Anne. And trust me and believe you're making up stories about my husband. You're making up stories because you used to compliment and say, "I'm so jealous. I wish I had somebody do something like that." And that's why I had told you go to counseling, go to therapy. But you were lying all the way around, which is up to you. But you're the one who's a liar who has no morals because you lie about people. You lie about people and you make shit up. You lied for 3 years and then you want to call me a liar. And then said, oh, and she says, I had to call her a liar because she's homophobic. Oh, I'm sorry, but one of the nicest people that I know on YouTube and IG on the internet is Jane D. Do I have a problem, Jane D? She is one of the sweetest persons on the internet. So I guess I'm not homophobic, Anne. I'm liophobic. Don't lie to people. Don't lie to people. Because I'm never going to be quiet about that shit. You want to continue to talk about me? I'll respond. Hey, pretty bird, how are you? Coming to the States to visit Dreamy's family. Oh, I don't think they can. I don't think she can come to Pennsylvania. It'll be a little bit too obvious. She needs a psychiatrist and priest to perform an exorcism. Yes, she does. Why is always Dreamy going there? I don't know. Maybe Anne's not allowed to come in the States. That's what somebody told me. Maybe Anne can't get out of there. Maybe she's not allowed in the U.S. That could be it. Thank you so much, Pretty Bird. We'll see. Maybe she can come. Who knows? But I'm sure, it's got to be on the side. You can't. It can't be public because, family and shit that they don't want people to know about. They haven't been honest yet. So they have to keep it on the slide. See? Talk about mine, I'll talk about yours, and maybe that guy isn't as gullible as who knows. But I'm not that's it. I'm just gonna go I'll put my live back on now. Maybe your husband doesn't know about and that's it. That's exactly it, sassy mom. Thank you. He doesn't. He doesn't. So it's easier to go away and not have to deal with bumping into him because he doesn't know. But that's a Anne and Dreamsicle problem. That's not my problem. My problem is that she's lying about me because you didn't fuck up your life. You picked what you wanted. So you didn't fuck it up. You picked what you wanted. Then don't talk about people who have their own choices made up already. Don't talk about people like that, Anne. 90 Days Fiancés. You can see everything. What do you mean on Reddit? Oh God. All right. Just I hope people don't go real life. Even on Brooke, I just don't want to. I don't want to be responsible for none of that shit. I don't want anybody losing their job. I wish she would just apologize and apologize to people that she hurt. I don't want her to apologize to me. She already did apologize to me once, the first time, and I accepted it. And she did it again. So I don't want her to apologize to me anymore. I want her to apologize to everybody who's affected by this shit. Everybody who has a soul, everybody who gets affected by seeing other people suffer when they get attacked by ICE or they go out in the street and they're nervous. Because I'm an American, I'm born in the US, and I still don't feel comfortable driving to another city. Like what I said, when I went to meet somebody from the internet in another city, which is only an hour away, I was still going nervous. Because if you're Latin, you're nervous. And nobody should live like that. And I'm white skinned. I'm not even dark skinned or I don't look Mexican or any of that. And it still affects. So if it affects me, nobody nobody should say that. It shouldn't come out of nobody's mouth. And you know what? Even if people say that the illegals are here illegal, first of all, nobody in my family is illegal. But if the people who came here illegally and are working here with their spouse and their children and they had rented their own place in that shit and they were trying to get here, get the paperwork done and were taken away, those people are human beings. Imagine that they take you from your house or they take you from the street. They leave your car in the street. You can't even talk to your wife or your husband and tell them I've been taken. They've got to guess and then try to find you. And then everything you've worked for, the house that you rented, the children that you have in school, the clothes that you have there, your furniture, everything is gone because you're gone. And many people have lost their husbands who were their breadwinners and are stuck. What are we going to do next month? We can't stay here. We can't afford a rent. I have 3 children. He was working in a construction site. I've got 3 children. What do I do now? They weren't here harming anybody. They were here trying to make a better life for their children. They're not criminals. So imagine anybody who's Latin that goes out into the street to see too nervous if they see a car with tinted windows following or anything. The other night, I left work and I'm going to tell you what time it was. It was 1:30 in the morning. 1:30 in the morning, I left work and I was less than halfway home and the lights come on behind me. And when I tell you that I freaked out. I was nervous as shit because I'm alone and I pulled over. I turned into the side street, only into the corner because I didn't want to go into a dark street. And the car kept going. And I got so nervous that I had to wait for 10 fucking minutes to finish the drive home, to get intimidated by people on the internet over ICE. Fuck you, Amber. Fuck you forever. I hope you leave that miserable life that you have. I hope you have that kind of a life forever. Because you should never threaten anybody with that. Never. And then she told Brooke she's not doing it. She's just doing it for the drama effect. For the fucking drama effect. For those of you who follow Amber still, she's using ICE for drama. Keep following her and keep supporting people like her. Make America great again. Well, I better go. I'm going to put my live on public. Have a good night, everybody.